Imagine if, instead of asking for donations yourself, dozens of your supporters quietly asked their friends on your behalf, each one raising a little, all of it landing with your charity. That is the simple, lovely idea behind Facebook fundraising, and it is one of the most overlooked opportunities a small charity has. Rather than shouting louder into a crowded feed, you gently turn the people who already love you into a small army of fundraisers, reaching friends and families you could never have found alone. This video walks you through the big picture: birthday fundraisers, the donate tools, how to encourage supporters to fundraise for you, and the good manners that keep it all working. One honest note first: this is educational content only. We are not affiliated with Facebook, Meta, or any platform. Their features, fees, and rules change constantly. So treat this as a friendly map, not the final word, and always check the current details yourself. Why Facebook fundraising is worth your time. Let us start with why this deserves your attention. Most small charities spend their energy asking their own audience for money, over and over, until that audience quietly tires of it. Facebook fundraising flips the whole thing around. Instead of you reaching out to the same familiar faces, your supporters reach out to their friends, people who have never heard of you but who trust the person asking. That trust is priceless, because a request from a friend carries far more weight than any advert from a charity. And the tools to do this are built right into the platform, often with no fees taken from what is raised. For a charity with more passion than budget, that is a rare gift, a way to grow your reach and your income through the goodwill of the people who already believe in your cause. Let your supporters raise money for you. Here is the heart of it. The most powerful thing you can do is let your supporters fundraise for you. When someone who loves your cause creates a fundraiser and shares it, they are vouching for you to everyone they know, and their friends give because they trust them, not because they know you. Your job is simply to make this easy and to invite it. Ensure your charity can be found and selected on the platform. Then gently, regularly ask people to consider fundraising for you on a birthday, for a challenge, or to mark a special occasion. Show them how simple it is. Celebrate those who do it and thank them warmly. Most people never fundraise for a charity simply because it never occurred to them or nobody asked. So ask kindly and often and give them an easy yes. Birthday fundraisers, the easy win. Of all the ways supporters can help, birthday fundraisers are the easiest and most natural place to begin. The platform often nudges people around their birthday to raise money for a cause instead of collecting gifts, and many are delighted to say yes. For your charity, this is a beautiful, no pressure opportunity. All you need to do is remind your supporters that they can choose you. Make it clear how much it would mean, and share a simple, warm example of the good their birthday could do. Because the request comes wrapped in a celebration, friends give generously and gladly, and there is no awkwardness in it at all. Encourage it by mentioning it now and then, thanking anyone who does it publicly, and showing the real impact their birthday made possible. It is one of the gentlest, friendliest forms of fundraising there is, and it costs you nothing but the reminder, the donate button, and Facebook's own tools. The platform also gives you tools to receive giving directly, and it is worth understanding them at a big picture level. There is often a donate button you can add to your page and to individual posts, letting people give in a few taps without ever leaving the app, which removes a lot of friction. There are fundraiser features that let both you and your supporters create appeals, and sometimes live and event tools that can collect donations too. The exact tools and whether your charity qualifies to use them depend on your country, your registration, and the platform's current setup, so you will need to check what is available to you. But the principle is simple. Wherever the platform lets people give with less effort, take that gift. Because every extra step between a caring impulse and a completed donation is a place where giving quietly leaks away, getting your charity ready to receive giving. Before any of this can flow, your charity needs to be set up properly to receive it, and this is worth doing carefully. Typically, that means going through the platform's process to register or verify your organization, connecting the way you will actually receive the money, and making sure your details are complete and trustworthy. This part can feel a little fiddly, and the exact steps change over time and differ by country. so follow the platform's own current instructions rather than any guide, including this one. Do take it seriously though, because a half-finished setup is where donations get stuck or delayed. Make sure your page looks credible and cared for, with a clear description, a good photo, and recent posts, so that when a friend arrives via someone's fundraiser, they find a real trustworthy charity, not a neglected shell. First impressions decide whether that new visitor gives once or stays. Stories that move people to give. Tools and buttons only work when the reason to give is compelling, and that reason is always a story. Numbers inform, but stories move, so give your supporters something worth sharing. When you invite people to fundraise, hand them a simple, vivid picture of what their effort will do. This much buys a week of meals, this repairs a home, this gives a child a term of school. When you post your own appeals, lead with one real person or moment, not a wall of statistics. A supporter setting up a birthday fundraiser will copy your words and your feeling, so make those words warm, clear, and specific. The easier you make it to understand and feel the impact, the more confidently your supporters can ask on your behalf, and the more generously their friends will respond. Give people a story they are proud to pass on, and they will pass it on. Thanking fundraisers and donors properly, now the part most charities forget, and the one that matters most for the long run, saying thank you. When someone fundraises for you, they have gone out of their way and put their own reputation on the line, so thank them quickly, personally, and warmly. A public shout out, a heartfelt message, and above all, a clear picture of what their effort achieved will make them feel wonderful and make them far more likely to do it again next year. Do not forget the donors either, the friends who gave, even if you cannot reach them all directly. Thank them through your posts and your updates. Gratitude is not a nicety here. It is the engine that keeps supporters coming back and inviting others. A fundraiser who feels appreciated becomes a lasting champion, while one who is thanked with silence rarely returns. So make thanks generous, prompt, and real. Good etiquette that keeps trust. Facebook fundraising rewards good manners and quietly punishes pushiness, so a little etiquette goes a long way. Do not badger the same people constantly. Do not make anyone feel guilty for not fundraising, and never treat your supporters as a resource to be squeezed. Instead, invite gently, celebrate generously, and always give more warmth than you ask for. Respect people's privacy. Do not single anyone out in a way that pressures them, and let every ask be easy to decline. Be honest and transparent about where the money goes, because trust is the whole foundation of this, and one careless or pushy move can undo it. Think of your supporters as friends doing you a kindness, not as a fundraising channel, and behave accordingly. The charities that thrive here are the ones people feel good about helping, again and again, because being asked never once felt like being used. Fees, payouts, and the practical bits. Let us touch on the practical side gently, because the details will vary, depending on the platform and your country. Donations made through these tools may reach you with no fee taken, or with a small processing cost, and the money usually arrives on a schedule rather than instantly. There may be minimum amounts, verification steps, and paperwork to sort before payouts begin, and reporting you will want for your own records and accounts. None of this should scare you, but all of it should be checked against the platform's current official information for your region, because these numbers and timelines change and vary widely. Keep your own simple record of what comes in, so your books match reality and your thank yous reach the right people. Understanding the plumbing before the money flows saves you confusion later and lets you tell supporters honestly how their generosity reaches the cause. The rules change, so verify and stay flexible. Finally, the most important reminder of all, none of this stands still. The platforms own these tools, and they change the features, the fees, the eligibility rules, and the very availability of fundraising in different countries, sometimes with little warning. A tool that works beautifully today may look different next year or may not be offered where you are at all. So please treat everything in this video as a big picture map, not a set of instructions, and always confirm the current details through the platform's own official help pages before you rely on them. Just as importantly, do not build your charity's survival on any single platform you do not control. Use these tools gladly for what they offer, but keep your own supporter list and your own ways to reach people, so that whatever changes, your relationships and your income do not vanish with it. Quick recap. Let us bring it together. Facebook fundraising lets your supporters raise money for you by asking friends who trust them, which reaches far beyond your own audience, and the tools are built in and often low cost. Start with the easy win of birthday fundraisers. Understand the donate button and the platform's fundraising tools, and get your charity properly set up and looking trustworthy so giving flows smoothly. Hand supporters vivid stories worth sharing. Thank every fundraiser and donor promptly and warmly, and mind your etiquette by inviting gently rather than badgering. Check the fees, payouts, and eligibility for your own country. And above all, remember that the platform's rules and features change constantly, so verify the current details and never depend on one platform alone. At its best, Facebook fundraising is not really about buttons and tools at all. It is about trust traveling from person to person, from a supporter who believes in you to a friend who believes in them. Your part is small but essential. Make it easy. Give people a story worth telling. Ask them kindly and thank them like you mean it. So here is your simple start. This week, pick 3 supporters who clearly love your cause and personally invite them to consider fundraising for you, perhaps on their next birthday, and make it effortless to say yes. Remember that everything here is educational only. We are not affiliated with Facebook, Meta, or any platform. Their tools, fees, and rules change, and no fundraising results are ever guaranteed. If this helped, subscribe for more practical, honest charity marketing you can actually use, and take a look at the companion written guide linked below. We will keep turning big, intimidating topics into calm, doable steps, one video at a time.